What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Slice. Now, unfortunately, not a lot of people know how to make an omelette, but it's probably one of the quickest ways to fill yourself up whenever you're feeling hungry, so it's a really great skill to use. And the way I make it, I only use 2 ingredients, so simple. Let's go. Right, so our first ingredient is 3 whole free-range eggs, and we're going to crack them into a bowl like so. Now, some people who are under the illusion that they're being healthy like to remove the egg yolk at this point because they think egg white omelettes are good for you. If you're one of these people, you have no happiness in your life and you shouldn't be trusted. Anyway, moving on, keep the egg yolks in and we're going to season it with a little bit of pepper. You can add whatever you'd like in at this point. Just don't add salt because egg whites are made of like 90% water. So if you add salt, you're just going to water down the egg and it's going to ruin it. So yeah, just add any other seasoning you want, but add your salt last minute. And our second ingredient is going to be 100 mils of cream. This can be single or double, anything you wish. Just add a bit of cream, it will lighten it up and make it nice and fluffy. And we're just going to beat this together until it's nicely combined, making sure that there's no sort of streaks left in and it's all one consistent color. Now, the most important part is our pan. You have to use a non-stick pan. If your pan looks a little bit like this, well, let's just say that your omelette's not going to turn out nicely. I mean, at least it's going to get seasoned with rust. But yeah, basically use a non-stick pan. It only costs like £10. Stick a bit of butter in it and you're going to melt this until it starts to foam and sizzle. We're going to do this over a medium heat. And once your butter is completely melted, you can go ahead and add our egg mix. Okay, so as soon as you add your egg mix, it's a race against time and we are going to use 2 movements. The first is the pan shake and the second is the egg movement. I'm using a fork, but as you can see, I'm not scraping the pan. I'm just lightly agitating the eggs, bringing it in from the side and making sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Other tools can be chopsticks or spatulas, which are really good for this, but I just decided to use a fork, seeing as most of you will have this on hand. So yeah, you're going to keep moving this around. It's going to scramble it lightly, and when you get to a point where the eggs look like that, you can season it with some salt. As you can see, it's slightly scrambled, but it is still keeping a nice flat shape. And at this point, you can add any other seasonings or fillings that you want. I recommend that you pre-cook your fillings because it's not really going to cook much while it's in there, unless it's cheese. And then we're going to oh my god, what's wrong with me? See the way my hands are just blocking the whole camera. Anyway, we're just going to use the fork to carefully fold in the edge, and we're going to do this about, I'd say 80% of the way, leaving a little bit at the end. And then to perfect the shape of this omelette, you're just going to lift the pan and slightly tap the handle, which is going to let the rest of the omelette naturally fold itself, giving you a classic omelette shape. And as soon as you've done that, you can go ahead and tip this onto a plate, just in one swift movement, and this should give you the perfect omelette, nice and fluffy in the middle, nice and pale and golden on the outside. And I'm just going to shape it lightly with my hand, and we're going to top it off with some fresh or dry herbs. Let's be real, it's probably dry in this case. And there it is, our perfect omelette. So if you'd like to see more of these videos, please like, subscribe, follow me on my socials at sliced_IT, and please do send me your attempts. This is literally such an easy recipe. It doesn't require any effort at all. Just a basic skill, 5 minutes of your time, and you're sorted.